I wish I knew this one advantage when I was 18, the importance of taking action. I know you hear it from everyone, but it's like, seriously, if you look at it, consider where I am today and considering where I was at 18, I was a bum, I was a loser. I was literally like someone who was partying every weekend and just, you know, just overall just living like a terrible, terrible life. Because it's like, what? Literally, I remember back from when my best mate turned 18, all I decided to do was just go out to party for like 3-4 months, and it just came to such a stage where I just absolutely hated my life. The reason why I'm telling you this is so then you can avoid doing the same thing, whether you're 18, whether you're 30, whether you're even like 50 or 60. You still got time to change, and you still got more time to, you know, become the person who you need to become. Because it's like, seriously, if you look at it, whether you've got kids, whether you've got family, or whether you're just single, time isn't on your side. No matter how old, how young, or how rich or in shape you are, time is the one evil that keeps on running away from us all. And this is why I'm telling you, this is what I wish I knew when I was 18. Because it gave me the greatest advantage, and also, honestly, it completely changed the trajectory of my life. Also, don't mind me, I'm just cold. Obviously, over here in Bargara, yeah, it's winter. It's winter over in Australia. It's like literally the middle of winter. It is cold as. So yeah, but the reason why I'm telling you this is because I don't want you guys to make the same mistakes that I've made. And honestly, it's pretty simple on how to avoid it. It's like, oh yeah, why are you doing a whole YouTube video of it? The whole point why I'm doing a YouTube video of it, so then you can avoid it. And you don't make the same mistake that I did. Obviously, I did mine in a bit of a different way. But yeah, so pretty much like, as I said, one of the best mistakes I had, one of the biggest advantage I had was always taking action. Was always basically saying I was going to do something and always sticking through it. Yes, you could say, oh, but you're super blunt, you're very straightforward, you're very to the point, you're very analytical in the way that you speak, but you also, you know the action is going to be taken with that said person. If you say you're going to do something, you stick to your word and you actually do it. And it's like, yes, I understand, that's a really, really high quality, valiant trait, or even you can say it's just the whole professionalism of it all. But it's like, seriously, it's going to change your life if you end up doing that. Because the thing is with taking action, also, if you guys want to learn how to actually start running your own marketing agency, click the link below in the description. Or if not, if that's a bit too much of a risk for you guys, click the link down below in the description. Join my Skill community. It's completely free. And yeah, as I said, it's in the Founders Edition at the moment, and you guys will be able to just, yeah, end up learning how to run a marketing agency absolutely, yeah, for free at the moment. That is just Founders Edition, so yeah. But the thing is, what I'm saying is, the thing that most 18-year-olds are like literally getting stuck by is obviously being stuck in the system, being told what to do, not thinking for themselves. I could tell you all that stuff, but it's literally all that you need to do is just take action. Here's the thing, I made 25K from my first YouTube video, as you can see right on your screen over there. And also, this life wouldn't have happened if I didn't end up losing everything twice. Here's the thing, when I was 18, well, more so when I was 18 and 9, well, it's more so 19. When I was 19, I ended up losing over $100,000. Here's the thing, I invested into a project, and it ended up basically, and also borrowed out 50K, and it ended up basically blowing up in my face, me having to reset, me having to literally live off $25 a day. And it's like, whether you guys take it or not, but it's like, honestly, like, one of the thing is that, yes, I didn't lost that first time, but it's also, it builds up the skill set, it builds up the resilience, it builds up the mindset that you're capable of doing it, that you're capable of moving forward, that you're capable of what? Just shrugging off the hard times, keep on moving forward, being like, hey, I'm paying $900 a week rent. I earn what? I was living in a house with 4 other people. Dad's girlfriend was pregnant. I was living with her brother and me. And I'm like, well, let me try and work out. I was literally earning $4,000 a month. And I'm like, hey, what am I going to try and do? How am I going to try and move forward? And also, mind you, at the time, I also had a girlfriend. Funnily enough, guess what happened? She did not even work. So the thing is that the only thing I could work out, okay, perfect. Well, the only thing that I can do to get me out of this situation is by working more. What can I do to work more? How can I end up making more money? How can I end up making more progress? It is by simply taking action. And this is also when I ended up discovering high ticket sales. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, it's high ticket sales, but you sell marketing coaching. It's like, yeah, I sell marketing coaching, but because I went through the trenches of high ticket sales first, I went through the understanding, the pain, the grit. I've been through the roughness of sales. I've had enough rough jobs in the past. So if you guys don't know about me, I worked in finance before and also did finance, well, technically finance sales more so, because I ended up working as a broker. Then after that, well, during that, I also worked at the car wash, did low ticket sales, got the top sales record there, which was 50 sales in a day, over 10 hours. So it's like 5 sales per hour. So it's like all the added on tickets. So the ticket was an extra $5, and I'm getting the most amount in a day for the ceramic seals. Then after that, I ended up working disability work. Didn't feel the most comfortable there because I got hit on by a lot of strange, well, a lot of the clients were good. One was really good, but basically ended up doing night shifts, but I got hit on by him. Called it quits. Literally was working at a brokerage and working at the car wash, and I'm just like, well, you know what? It's $1,000 a week, still gonna make me survive. I had $30,000 out. I was a bit like, well, what am I meant to do here? How am I meant to move forward? Okay, let me try and work out a game plan. How am I actually meant to attack this properly? And it's sort of like, you get there and you think, okay, so I'm working, let's just say, 38 hours a week. I was working 46 hours a week. Okay, put it that simple. I was working 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, let alone another 4.5 on the, let's say 4 hours Saturday, 4 hours Sunday, and I was earning $1,000 a week. I'm like, cool, what am I meant to do? How am I meant to move forward? What plan of attack do I need to figure out for me to get out? And obviously that's where we jump back to, where I decided to learn high ticket sales. And it's like, I did that. I worked my ass off. I paid for mentorship, even though I probably shouldn't have paid for mentorship. I paid for coaching when I shouldn't have paid for coaching. I don't know how the hell I ended up doing it. I just worked my ass off. I got my first client, not even for the high ticket sales space, because I just thought, hey, I don't need this. I just need the skill set. Basically high ticket sales, did that, $2.5 grand, and I'm like, sweet. Well, obviously you're not even including okay, so this is also part of the story. So what I was doing was I was doing high ticket sales on I was doing outbound on my own account. That's what I was doing. I was doing high ticket sales outbound on my own account, trying to get more people in. I actually funnily enough, got this guy from Brisbane, ended up moving forward. He ended up closing him for $2.5 grand to do his website and to start doing his ads. I said, this is enough money to do ads. And then we started moving forward from there. I actually ended up bringing in more traffic, bringing him in more clients, starting moving forward. This is also at me at 19. This is not including where I had the massive breakthrough at 20, which is also by me taking action. So basically during that time, obviously, as I said, I was living off of $25 a week with my ex-girlfriend while I was doing high ticket sales and getting paid 10% commission. Wasn't really the biggest thing. So I was just like, hey, why don't I get paid more? Why don't I end up coming up with the system, coming up with the architecture so I'm actually able to move forward? I'm actually able to attack this with more not productivity, but just have more freeness in how I acted, how I moved. So I wasn't working a job. That was the biggest thing that scared me. And that's where I'm like, okay, sweet. I need to do high ticket sales. I need to get out. Obviously, that's when I ended up learning my first marketing client because he didn't need the service that I was selling at the time. So I'm like, okay, perfect. You don't need this. So I'm going to move you over and sell this instead. And I'm like, perfect. Guy didn't care about it. He didn't even know about it. But, you got to do what you got to do. Then from there, what I ended up doing was, so I went to marketing. Oh yeah, and then also that I was like, okay, sweet, I've got to try and figure out how to get more clients. I had a system which didn't work, which wasn't as effective, but I'm like, okay, perfect, let me try and start up my own agency. And I'm like, cool. Well, I started taking action on that, nothing worked, so then I tried again. And then after that, obviously I had to move back into home, go forward from there. Did my first YouTube video, I got paid 25K from it, all because I just yapped. Literally, it's like a video like here. All I did was yap, all I did was concise my thoughts, all I did was yap, provide value, and also provide the ability to resonate. Then from there, like 12 months later, I ended up running ads, which ended up making me another 30K. And then obviously like 30K a month. And I was just doing a lot of it through either sales or marketing. Like marketing is my bread and butter. Having the ability to speak, having the ability to do, having the ability to process and construct information in such a way that makes people want to buy. That's what I do. I get paid to yap for a living. You and I should both know that. Obviously, if any of you guys want to learn, click the link below in the description. Just literally sign up to my coaching. I've only got 5 slots left for the month. Otherwise, spots are limited and they are going to be closed. And yeah, and then also, like, if you guys are a bit too scared to do that, also you can sign up to Prime Acquisition, which is my school. So I teach you guys the marketing system. So then you're actually able to start getting your first clients and, you know, start producing a revenue engine, which is what you want. Because it's like, seriously, if you look and if you work a 9 to 5, it's like, honestly, bruv, where is that gonna get you? And it's also like, yes, I know I've just been through like multiple different phases of the way that I speak and do stuff, but it's like, honestly, bruv, it's like, what do you think you're gonna do? Where do you think you're gonna get? How are you gonna end up moving forward with your life? It's like, all the richest people that I know, whether it's millionaires or multi-millionaires, technically there's 1 billionaire on the list that I know of. How do you think they got their money? Through running businesses, through selling products, through moving things forward, and by taking action, which is the moral of the story here. Even though it's a bit constrained, it's a very, probably isn't as concise and a lot more fluff. Like, there's a lot more fluff on there than what there should be. But the thing is that the only thing that made a difference for me was taking action. And taking action made a whole world of difference. Obviously, I wouldn't be in the situation where I am now. I can work as much or as little as what I want. I can do what I want. I get paid to yap on these videos. I got really like no care in the world for what I do, because it's like, okay, I just don't even need to look at it. Just tap my card, pay for it. Problem's all sorted. Don't need to worry about money coming in. Or it's like, oh, okay, that is a kangaroo. That is a kangaroo there. That is a massive, massive, massive kangaroo. I'm going to avoid that. I do not trust that. Hold up, just give me a second. I'm just walking back because I do not trust it. The thing is with kangaroos here is that you've got to be careful. Majority of them are harmless, but the thing is, if you pass them too much, they should be almost out of your sight. If you pass them and if you irritate them, obviously there's going to be a potentiality. There's obviously going to be potential of some issues, but I guess welcome to the Australian wildlife, people. There's a kangaroo right in the background. But the thing that I'm saying is that, hold up, let me just keep an eye on it. The thing that I'm saying is that the importance of taking action is going to make such a massive difference in your life. You won't even be able to comprehend where you are in the next 5, in the next 10 years, especially if you just focus on getting your skills up, getting up your abilities, taking risks, taking action, becoming the person who you need to become, and let alone also having the right mindset. It is really, really that simple. So yeah, that's probably my biggest advantage that I wish you guys knew. That's my biggest advantage when I was 18, is that I decided to take action no matter how much the odds were stacked in my favor, no matter how much I lost money. So I literally lost over about 100 and let's say about 104, 110-ish total, including interest. I was like, I don't care. I'm literally making more than what I need to even worry about that. I make more than that in a year, so it's like, I don't really care. Is what it is, whatever. I make over 6 figures from my business. I make over 6 figures a year. It's like, who cares? I'm literally a 21-year-old making 6 figures a year, have no cares in the world, can do what I want. Well, let's just say if me and my girlfriend want to go out, I can just grab an expensive dinner, whatever. Don't even think about it. Spend it on the card. I don't care. But yeah, this is all made possible because I was actually able to take action. So if any of you guys want to be in this sort of situation where you come at such a state where, so you get the abundance, you get cash, you can't get cash in, you spend it, and then you end up like moving it around in such a way where it's like, okay, sweet, cash is out, cash is in, cash is out, cash is in, and you just start moving forward. You just keep on starting to take action. It is really, really that simple. All you got to do is move. Because the thing is, fast money always wins. Not like fast in that sort of way. You moving money from point A to point B, let's just say you buying something, you moving, because the thing is, money is a physical representation of energy. And I know you've heard it before, but it's like, seriously, money is the physical representation of energy. And by you taking action, you're now adding energy to that cash. Therefore, you're able to move forward and also be able to actually stack the odds more so within your favor. And it's like, bruv, you guys act like it's like difficult out there. But honestly, as I said, if you guys want to learn how to run a marketing agency, yes, I know it's a bit of yapping, it's a bit of my story, it's a bit of an unfiltered thoughts video, really. But yeah, if you guys want to start running a marketing agency, click the link below in the description. I can help you make your first 10K. If not, then after that, you can then basically join the free school, Prime Acquisition, the best school in the world. Same thing with my coaching. It's kind of like, it's a no-brainer. Obviously, 21-year-old who can make over 6 figures a year, isn't it kind of obvious? But I'm just only like the best marketer out there. But yeah, click the link below in the description for my school. It's completely free. Other than that, you can also sign up to the coaching. Well, not sign up for the coaching. Click the link below in the description for the coaching. We can obviously have a bit of a yarn, see if things are actually gonna work out. Because the thing is, I only work with select people. And I mean that because there's like no point working with someone who you don't vibe with. But yeah, other than that, that's me out, and I'll catch you guys later.